Welcome back to DHN. Let's talk crypto. We're focusing on Binance in this video. So if you're holding Binance, got some news stories, some connections to be made that I think you're going to be interested in. We're starting with Kazakhstan's digital currency has now entered the pilot stage, and the National Bank of Kazakhstan and Binance have published a report together detailing the specifics of the next phase, guys. And Cointelegraph wrote up an article here that gives us a little bit more on what we need to know. I also have gathered some other stories that's going to give this more context, kind of show us how long Binance has been building up to this. Now, National Bank of Kazakhstan has launched the pilot of its CBDC project, the Digital 10J. This is, of course, according to the report, which was published on February 3rd. The report looks at global approaches to digital asset regulation, the digital asset industry, and DeFi in Central Asia and the Commonwealth of Independent States. In his introduction to the report, the NBK deputy governor wrote about the bank's vision of a collaboration between traditional finance and DeFi. Now, that is a sentiment, and we're going to finish out that quote here in a second, but that is the sentiment coming out of Kazakhstan, and it has been that way for a number of months now, really going deep into 2022 before all the conflict and everything broke out. This next quote here, very big, leads us to the punchline of this particular story. In Kazakhstan, they have also started a practical R&D project to explore how CBDCs, like their digital dollar, can bridge the world of crypto with traditional fiat infrastructures. Now, continuing, they state that their digital dollar is already in a pilot phase using a controlled environment with real consumers and merchants. Currently, the BNB chain and the National Bank of Kazakhstan are testing CBDC integration to bridge the gap even further between the traditional banking and crypto ecosystem. So, this is a direct involvement with a blockchain and a national bank in building out a digital dollar. Now, I know Binance gets a lot of flack. I get a lot of heat when I make videos about it, but I'm at the point of not caring because you have to take a look at the performance. Now, here is when the pieces of information that I have, they start to paint a very interesting picture, guys. Kazakhstan has a financial services authority. This is the Astana FSA. They granted Binance a permanent license back in October. This came before the announcement to integrate BNB into the chain. And I wondered why that was so significant. Well, I went back and I did some digging here. June 16th, 2022, Kazakhstan to let crypto exchanges open bank accounts. Very interesting, right? The Ministry of Digital Development, Innovations and Aerospace announced on Thursday a pilot project of cooperation between crypto exchanges and some of the local banks. The working group formulated the guidelines for that cooperation, consisting of the representatives of the Digital Ministry of Development, the National Bank Financial Monitoring Agency, and Astana International Finance Center. This is the exact same organization that gave Binance that clearance. But check this out. The pilot project will be functioning until the end of 2022 and include the exchanges that have gained a license from the freshly formed Astana Financial Services Authority. That is the exact same license that Binance just got. And it's a permanent license, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that Binance is a permanent fixture there. So they're definitely going to be taking advantage of all of this extra liquidity. It won't just be a relationship with Binance and the banks here. All throughout 2022, Binance was establishing these MOUs out in Kazakhstan, and I was also curious about what those meant. Essentially, Binance was staking its claim to offer its intelligence to different sectors of their industry, mainly their regulatory frameworks. So, Binance is going to be contributing to that in a large way. It appears to me that every aspect of the digital adoption that Kazakhstan is going through, and it's going through Binance. So that's very interesting to me, especially as someone who's holding Binance. Now, there's been some more news to come out for Binance that we're going to run through really quick, and then we also have a report we're going to dive into Not going to take up too much time, though. Trust me, it's a 40-page report, deserves its own video. But Binance re-entering South Korea with the GoPack exchange. Now, this is a deal that came from the Binance Industry Recovery Fund. It's a $1 billion fund that Binance set aside to help recovering crypto exchanges and crypto companies that were a part of the FTX fiasco. This simply shows us that Binance is picking up on another exchange, and it's in South Korea, which is a place historically they have had trouble really getting into. Just another good sign for the build and build chain. And then also leading us into our Masari report, we see here Q4 on-chain activity has been up despite the bear market. And you can see here, guys, I got the report pulled up for us. It's a very interesting read. Just a couple things I do want to pull from and share with you. Mainly, look at, if you don't know how vast the Binance ecosystem is, here's a shot for you. You can see over 600 different applications that reach into GameFi, DeFi, NFTs, infrastructure, social coins, things like that. The ecosystem is very big, okay? And then we also have this here, total value lock across their DeFi protocols. Even though you can see the blue line here that indicates Pancake Swap, they took a bit of a hit during that FTX thing, but so did the rest of the market. However, what you do see is that the damage was not that much because of how Binance's DeFi ecosystem is distributed, guys. And there's been currently there's a proposal to add Uniswap v3 to this ecosystem as well. So that's definitely going to bolster the defenses of BNB. We also have some more activity when it comes to NFTs on BNB, guys. You can see secondary sales declined 67.4% quarter over quarter. Now, this could be contributed to what happened with FTX, but when we take a look at the chart that follows it, BNB NFT buyers outpace sellers after their OpenSea integration. That indicates to me that more people are buying NFTs and keeping them on BNB as opposed to selling them, which again is another good sign. And gaming has been talk of the town recently. New games on BNB have been pushing the activity up. At the peak of 2022, guys, it looks like around Christmas, we almost had 120,000 daily active users coming from the gaming ecosphere in Binance. So again, if you're holding Binance, if you're interested in Binance, check out Masari's Q4 report on the project. But that's all for this one. If you're interested in some more crypto news, check out this video on the screen right here. As always, I'm Wade Teamer. I'll see you in the next one.